Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, first up, we got HoneyBun 1982 Limited declaring a dividend here. It's a nice dividend, not huge, but it's great to see some dividends regardless in this time of the pandemic, COVID-19, and the impact that it's having on companies globally, worldwide, and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So the directors of HoneyBun 1982, HonBun ticker symbol, HON, and then BUN, have approved a dividend here of Jamaican 3 cents per share. It's going to be payable on September 2nd, 2020, just around the corner. Now, Pulse Investments, another listed company, advisory their audited financial statements. So what they're saying here, the board of directors, the management team, the company, is that in lieu of a fourth quarter, they're not going to publish their fourth quarter results. What they're going to do is put out their audits for 2020. That's for the year ended June 30th, 2020, and they're going to do it, within 60 days overall. So we're looking forward to see the audited results from that firm. Now, Mailpac Group here performed well, fairly well despite COVID-19, the pandemic, for the second quarter. That's a Q2, and the 6 months results are in here. Now, based on how they went public and the prospectus and everything, you don't really get a comparative year over year to see, how was a company doing, let's say, last year, June, or in that April to June quarter. Now, regardless of that, the bottom line here is they registered 4 cents per share for the second quarter, 8 cents, overall. Now, next up, we're talking here now actually about QWI Investments. A stock we've been tracking, we've been speaking about. We don't see a lot of corporate action items, on them, but in this case, they've, come out with their updated NAV, which is very frequent and often on the JSE. So it's now at $1.07 per share as at August 7th, 2020. Now, last up, quite unlike the JSE just for right now and what's happening, it almost sounds like an oxymoron, but the bottom line is, a lot of persons out there, or let's say advisors would say, don't buy into when there's this falling knife, the Dow Jones at 22,000 points, 20,000 points, 18,500 points. But look where the Dow Jones is now, and it happens so quietly and slowly that with your mind focused on so many other things, you won't even realize it. The Dow Jones jumping well beyond 28,000 points today. So just think about that in terms of where the Dow Jones is now compared to March or April. Why is this all happening? Great overnight news out of Russia, of all places. Potential COVID vaccine, the progress that they're making, that the country has given regulatory approval. So no solution just yet, but some good news really driving markets higher, and even the S&P 500 to a near all-time record, especially with lots of these stocks doing so much better. And this is just carrying up some of the potential sleepers, we call them. American Airlines having a great time out day for the last day, 2 days. Carnival Cruise Lines. So cruise lines and the air stocks, which have been getting beaten up, now really thriving in this information or macroeconomic information. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.